Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kitty here, and today I'm bringing you a very different video from any other videos that I made before. Today I'm going to be giving you a how to build, or actually a build of a PC that I'm making for my mother. She's getting a new PC, and she was planning to just buy one, from Staples or whatever. But I said, you know what, let's let me build it. I'll get you good parts, whatever. It'll be cheaper. And I mean, it technically is. So let's get to the build guide and see what parts we have in store for us. Alright, so first up we have the case. I decided to go with the Roswell Micro ATX Mini Tower computer case. It has dual USB 3s, dual fans, and a 12.5 inch card line. So card line part's not really important, but I decided to go with this case because it has two drive bays, 5.5 inch or something like that. I'm not exactly sure of the drive bay things. You also have a spot for a 3.5 hard drive and also a 2.5 SSD. There's a mounting on the bottom space, on the bottom part of the casing. There's an exhaust fan and an intake fan, so that's something to look forward to, because when I was looking at micro ATX cases, there weren't many that actually had an intake and a exhaust. It was either one or the other. But I just decided to go with that case. It has everything that you really need. There's not really great cable management since you can't get behind the motherboard panel because it's a micro ATX case, but you gotta deal with type of things like that. So next is a Gigabyte motherboard. We decided to go with a Gigabyte LGA 1150 Intel H81 motherboard. This is a really nice motherboard. It's a micro ATX like our build is. It's really simple. It's got two RAM slots. It has a PCI 16 and two PCI 1s. It has the 1150 Intel socket, and it also has onboard graphics, so you don't have to spend that extra money on a graphics card unless you're really going for something graphic intensive, such as maybe like a game or two. Nothing like Far Cry 4, but maybe if you're playing like a Call of Duty game, let's say like Black Ops 1 or 2, a graphics card would be nice. I would suggest something small, maybe like an EVGA, that really small model. I completely forget the name of it, but that would be pretty decent. It has all your switches and everything on it. It's a very, very small, compact board, and it seems like it's really reliable, and it's just gonna get the job done. So next is a Intel Pentium processor. We decided to go for a G3240. It is a 1150 socket, so we have that. It's matching with our motherboard. Make sure that goes on correctly, and it's got a 3 megabyte cache, and starts at 3.1 gigahertz, which is actually fairly good for the price we're getting it at, which is $60. It's a decent processor. I was going for an AMD build at first, but then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to change it up because I was just kind of curious on, Intel. I've never worked with Intel type products before, and, I just kind of wanted to try something new, and, I've heard Intel is better for, just proactive things like Photoshop and, just kind of like applications in general. And if you want a game, this is an Intel processor, and Intel processors do pretty good with gaming. So after that, we have a Kingston Digital 120 gigabyte SSD. I decided to go with an SSD for my mom, because just to really have the faster reboot and the boot up speed to be like 10 seconds or so. It's 120 gigabytes, so you're gonna have enough space to put your Windows 7 or 8, whatever, on there, and you're also gonna have space to put some programs on there. My mom mostly uses more programs than making files, So she'll have plenty of room with this. You're not going to need like every program on there, but you know, it's a decent amount of space for her, I would say. If it's someone like me, I'm hoping in my build to get a 240 at least around there, because it's going to give me more space for more programs and, you know, a game or two. But what I really like about this drive, even though we're not really going to use it, is it comes with a built-in adapter on this side, so you can put it in and throw it in a 3.5-inch drive bay and have no problem. Instead of buying an adapter separately, it comes with one, so that's helpful. Then I went with a Western Digital Blue 1TB hard drive. Personally, I think it's a little overkill for my mom, but I just went for a 1TB because, you know, that's just the thing to go for these days. You know, things are getting bigger and bigger, and I mean, a 1TB, it's gonna give her some leeway room. And, you know, if she ever runs into some trouble with, you know, programs or more files she's going to need, this is going to be able to hold it for her. I know she's not going to be using a lot of files, but, you know, 1TB, even for gamers nowadays, it's a little slim. But, you know, it's going to get the job done, and you're going to have it there for you. And, you know, it's just going to work. You can always upgrade in the future. And as our memory, we went with Crucial Ballistic Sport, 8 GB. You know, it's just DDR3, 1600 megahertz, or megabytes, sorry. We just went with simple, you know, 1600 RAM because, you know, she really doesn't need anything more than that. And it's not like we're overclocking her motherboard at all or anything. So it really just needs to stay at, you know, the minimalistic average. I was telling her that it would be probably better just to go with 4 GB, but she wanted 8. She originally wanted 16, and I said there's no reason to get 16, honestly. That's just kind of a waste of money. But, so we decided on 8, and I just got her 2 sticks of that. 4 for her probably would have been fine. I would suggest if you're a gamer, definitely go for 8. 8 is a decent number to stay with. 4 is a little less now. Some games are like actually taking advantage of more than 4 GB, so I would suggest going a little higher and getting that, you know, nice crisp 8 GB set of sticks. And as the power supply, we went with a EVGA 500B 500 watt 80 plus bronze certified ATX power supply. Now, this power supply is really, really nice. It's by EVGA, so I do trust them with power supplies. They're a really good brand with multiple things, graphic cards, and everything really in general. And they do make really solid power supplies. So I just went with a 500 watt because she really probably won't need a graphics card in the future. If she does, it'll be able to handle it. If you're getting a graphics card or thinking about getting one in the future, I would definitely suggest at least like a 600, because usually ones like the smaller Sapphire one that I have, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but you know, it's small like the EVGA one I was talking about before. It requires at least like 500, so I would go for like 600, so you got a little, you know, extra space there, so you're not gonna really overpower your PC or burn out anything. You're gonna have that extra space to deal with. And lastly, in the computer build, we just went with a ASUS DVD drive because, you know, just to load up Windows, she usually uses disks for you know, programs and such. Not much to say. I mean, it's just a DVD drive. And then we just went with Windows 7 Home Premium, a refurbished one. It's only $68 right now, so that's like a really, really great price. And I told her not to get Windows 8, honestly. That's just kind of a waste of money since Windows 10 is coming out, and everyone with Windows 8 and 7 and up is getting a free upgrade. So I said, don't even waste your money. You're going to upgrade to Windows 10 whenever that comes out anyway, and if not, I mean, I find Windows 7 way more efficient than Windows 8. So I hope you guys enjoyed this computer build. It wasn't really towards gamers. I mean, you really could, if you wanted to, use it for gaming. This build came out to a little less than $500, so that's a pretty decent price for this type of computer. This is more just a productivity, you know, a decent miniature workstation type of computer. You can do your regular stuff like video editing, rendering, some light Photoshop, you know, some light games, not too hefty games. But, you know, if you throw a decent graphics card in there, you're probably going to get pretty decent performance, and you're going to probably be able to game on it. I wouldn't be surprised if you could. Like I said, this is more for my mom and just her doing her type of stuff, but that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this build video. If you guys have any recommendations, or you want to see any more type of build ideas that I have, you know, if you want to see me do some new budget builds, such as like $1,000 budget type gaming PC or whatever, and just hit me up in the comments if you want to see anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a nice day. See you guys later. Adios.